Hi, everyone. This is Chris Beerwith again. It's really great to be back with you. Today, we are going to talk about the ego. So we've been talking about the law of attraction and quantum physics and how there's so much more to our reality than meets the eye, and how we can manifest anything our heart desires with the law of attraction. So the question is, if we are these magical spiritual beings with this amazing power, then why do so many people fail at manifesting the life that they desire? And the answer is their ego. So your ego is that small, or sometimes not so small, voice in your head, right? The voice of doubt, the voice of worry, the voice of fear, the voice of reason, the cynic, the critic, the realist. The ego is kind of like the computer software that comes with being human. So it doesn't know that you're this vast, powerful spiritual being, right? It doesn't know that you are a spiritual being having a human experience. It thinks you're a human being having a spiritual experience. All it sees is that you are a body, maybe also a mind, but mostly a body. And it runs programs based on fear, doubt, worry, in order to protect you, the body. It's the part of you that thinks you're your body or your mind, even though you are so much more. So if you've ever seen the movie The Matrix, the ego would be the part of you that buys into the fact that the Matrix is real, right? It's bought into the illusion of reality. Anything it can't perceive of, the ego doesn't think is real. So it only thinks that reality is that which it perceives through its five senses. And because it only sees this restricted view of reality, it's limited to a very small piece of the whole. And thus it limits you, right? You have so much potential. You have just unimaginable potential, and it expands far beyond any kind of imaginary limit that the ego might place on you. And again, the ego is a very limited idea of who you are. It defines you as a body, and your boundaries are your flesh, right? So you are subject to all the laws and experiences that bodies have to go through. Therefore, it sees the world as a really dangerous place where things can constantly hurt you. It sees you as vulnerable. There's things like car accidents, shooters, tsunamis, earthquakes, natural disasters, nuclear war, all of these like terrible things, diseases, heart attacks that can hurt you and just like instantly wipe you out of existence because you're just this fragile body. But the truth is that you are so much more than that, right? You didn't always used to see yourself as a body. You used to know that you were this vast, powerful, spiritual being. And then at some point you started to identify as a body when you were born, when you were young, maybe when you were in your mother's womb, whatever it was. And you adopted all of this separateness and fear and all these hardships that bodies experience. And you went into agreement with billions of souls across the world who also believe that they're just bodies. So think back to a time you were growing up. From the time we were little kids, we were graded, compared, judged, evaluated on every aspect of our lives, right? Rather than living in the moment and enjoying the present, you were constantly in a competition, right? For the best grades, the best sports team, the highest paying job, the best house, the best grades, the best, clothes, the trendiest clothes, the coolest entertainment collection, even like your personality, right? Everyone's in this competition to be like the coolest, most unique personality or the quirkiest or whatever it is. Just think about a dating app, right? Everyone's there just trying to stand out as like unique or the best. It's just all competition, all comparison, all judgment. And it's everywhere we look, right? It's on our TV, it's in our families, it's in our workplace, it's in our schools, it's just everywhere in the media. And since we were taught all these things from a very young and impressionable age, they start to form our inner judge, our inner critic, our lens through which we view the world, and that voice inside of our head that we talk to ourselves with. They shape the way that we see the world. Your true self, that powerful spiritual being that you are, is perfect exactly as you are. The version of you that shows up at any given moment is perfect. You are worthy. You are deserving. You are enough. Everything placed on top of you, your losses, your failures, your accomplishments, your wins, it's all meaningless in the long run anyway, because it's all completely subjective. Either you made it up or someone else's opinion made it up. And it was Napoleon Hill that said, opinions are the cheapest commodities on earth, right? Opinions come and go, they're fleeting. A scandal might be big news one day and forgotten about a week later. And you make yourself vulnerable and easily affected when you identify so strongly and take so seriously these opinions of others. Each person on earth is here on their own mission to bring their unique gifts to humanity. There's no need to compete or compare yourself to anyone else. So that ego is that voice of doubt, right? It makes us think that we're separate from the rest, that everyone is an individual and that life is competition. It thinks that someone can't get something good without someone else getting something less, right? It sees lack instead of abundance. It sees things in black and white. It feels fear. It places blame. It points fingers. It feels guilt. It feels self-pity. It judges. It believes in suffering. But the ego isn't there to make you feel depressed or bad about yourself, even if that might be the result sometimes. The ego is there to protect you. It thinks that if you don't leave your comfort zone and if you stay safe and here, then you'll be safe, right? But the problem is that like outside of your comfort zone is where like your dreams are. That's where like growth happens. You know, there's that famous quote, the comfort zone is where dreams go to die. But you know, the ego is just something that we deal with while we're here being humans on planet Earth. Know that you are vast, you're expansive. You're so much more than your body, your thoughts, your reactions to things, your ego. You are something beautiful and ancient and sacred and universal deep within your core. So try to connect with that version of yourself. I like to think of it if you kind of step back and watch your life happen as a witness, not to detach, but to look at things from a more objective point of view. If you can like step back and watch your life happening like a movie, like below the surface, like up here are like the waves of everyday drama, and you're just like in this quiet depth below the surface. And then you can kind of like watch your life happening like a movie. You can notice your thoughts, notice your responses, reactions to things, notice your emotions. And then you can thoughtfully respond rather than react, right? You can see things from a more objective point of view, cultivate a little more compassion. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Again, my name is Chris Bierwith. My book, Change Your Mind to Change Your Reality, How Shifting Your Thinking Can Unlock Your Health, Your Relationships, and Your Peace of Mind. It's going to be out probably closer to the end of the year. It takes time to get these books through publication, but I'm really excited that it's been picked up. And my website's coming soon. So for now, just follow me, keep tuning in, and I can't wait to see you next time. Take care. Bye.